Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so why not start early? Okay, I'm cutting up today because I can. I have a little time to cut up. I pick up my little kiddos, and y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, but I've been having trouble with my stove. So probably about before what holiday was it? Thanksgiving, Christmas. I think it was before Christmas. I had a boom that turned off um my stove. Then it my somehow we worked on it. Okay, it got better. Then next minute it was boom boom boom. The eyes, I have one of those electric ones. So the eyes was, it had a short to it. So I'm like, yo, this is short. So my last rodeo was when all four of my eyes and the stove completely turned off. And I say, hey, there's a shortage in here. And I don't want to keep readjusting these eyes to, so it can get, temp. And if it's on medium, it shouldn't be like flaming hot. You know what I'm saying? So there's got to be something. I just don't want a fire. Y'all, my ass don't do well with stress, unnecessary stress. I don't know about anybody else. I don't do well with the stress. Like I will break down and go hide in my bed, and there'll be a full fire in the house, and the kids be like, "Come on, y'all!" It'll be my daughter. They'll be like, "Let this girl burn," because this don't make no sense. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay. So if anybody knows, when I start my live, it's typically about the life. Okay, it's never like off the subject. It's always near the life. So so in the meantime, when I stay in an apartment, so I'm like, yo, hey, you gotta fix this, okay? And I'm not paying my rent until it gets fixed because that is like going out to eat is very expensive. And not having a stove for wee hours of the day, definitely on the weekends, thanks to my mom, so they're supposed to fix it today. So we're gonna see if they fix it. And they don't, I'm taking out $42 because I estimated going out. Okay. Yeah, I did $42 off my rent per day. So it is what it is. And then they say, hey, I want my $42. Yeah, but I want my money from buying that meal unnecessarily. How about that? No, I'm just kidding. I'll be homeless if I did something like that. But no, I'm going to be a G and pay my rent. Sometimes you just gotta. You ever just like had like a beef with somebody, but it's just you beefing with them? So in your mind, you're like, man, I can't stand this. So I'm gonna tell her what it is, and then the next day you go to work and it's like, hi, Mrs. Jones. Hey, you're so pleasant to her, but you can't stand her. Yeah, and that's how I am with my landlord. Like I got all this raw, but I'm gonna pay that rent, okay? Girl, y'all go ahead and pay that rent. Y'all, I'm serious. Go ahead and pay that rent. There's nothing more important than not paying your rent, your car payment, your car insurance. Go ahead and pay that. If you got big balls to sign for something, go ahead and do right by it. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all, okay? Because y'all be surprised how many people are crying about not being able to afford things, but they had big balls. Y'all, it's hard out here for everybody, not just me. Hey, your son, how you doing, darling? All right, so I've been in here for about 4 minutes talking about myself. So let's get into the thumbnail. All right, so my Jazzy life. Jazzy came up here this weekend talking about, hey, I got to get my house ready. The pest control is coming out. But she forgot the biggest thing that she did with her grocery haul. She bought pest spray. She bought some Raid. I don't know who still use Raid, but she bought some Raid. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all a cute story. One of the ladies used to babysit us. She used to spray Raid around the house like it was like an air freshener. Y'all, you think I'm dying. But we stayed in the projects. So yeah, do y'all understand the trauma I have with Raid? Like she would literally spray it. Like to me, it was like an air freshener how she sprayed it, so much of it, right? And she sprayed it on everything, like on her table. She just sprayed it. Like, and y'all, I still got that sit in my memory. Like, that sounds crazy. I still got Raid scent. Like, if I see a can of Raid, I instantly have that scent from in my whole memory chain of food. Y'all can't even eat food for a couple of days if I see a bottle of Raid. Like, y'all, that did something to me. I don't know if anybody ever felt something like that, but she sprayed that thing like it was air freshener. Okay. And I know what she was doing. She was probably spraying the bugs, but it just felt so, yeah, that was like something like when she finished cleaning up the kitchen, she'll go around spraying the whole table. Y'all, that just creeped me out. Now I know better. That shit ain't normal, but they didn't know better. So Jazz is pulling out stuff off her counters and her cabinets, and she said, "Well, they're coming in." I was like, "Well, one thing about if anybody gets somebody to spray their house, they're going to tell you do not use anything over the counter to within 24 hours before they come to spray. It's something about it can mess up the radiation or whatever. The chemical can break down if it gets attacked, if it gets contact with another spray. That's how the man was telling me. Because y'all, I told y'all before, I had pest control at my one of my apartments because it was like a breeding ground for roaches. And I don't mean like water bugs. Water bugs was I feel like I'd rather be comfortable seeing a water bug blinking their eyes at me, like coming in the house, like they stop. Okay, water bug stops, and they just want to check you out. They want to see how you coming in the house. Okay, everybody have little water bug. They're a little creepy, and they seem like they want to be friends more than boy, you don't supposed to be here. But they'll come and creep, and if there's a noise, they're gonna come and check it out first. I got those type of water bugs at the house. They come and they're gonna check out what's that noise, okay? And it's gonna be creepy. They gonna this house supposed to be quiet. What's going on? They hear something. They coming out first, okay? And you get scared, but they were like, chill, I got this. So y'all got water bugs, y'all know they're a little protective over their territory. All right. They don't want to make sure nobody ain't coming over here. Okay. They're gonna fight. Okay, that's not right. But Jazz, you don't have to lie to the people. We know that pest control did not come to your house. You have to try to get rid of the roaches fast in a hurry for your landlord. I'm gonna tell you something. Landlords, if they had no pest problems before you move out, before you moved in, they're gonna expect no pests. Now, to me, I feel like this might be a heavy storyline because you're mad at Philip. And of course, who goes to Philip's house? The kids. Jazz, you didn't have any roaches problems when you had your tax money. Y'all see where this story's coming on? She had no pest problems. Zero whatsoever. No pest problems until she had beef with Philip. Okay? It's the summertime and da 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 da. Girl, roaches doesn't just come out in the summertime. I don't know where you coming from. Roaches is all year round. That's the reason why they tell you to pick up and clean up, and that's the reason why it's so important to do a spring cleaning or Make sure that you shake your stuff off in the winter time when it's being in dark areas and stuff like that. That's the reason why they tell you, make sure you shake your tree before you bring it in the house, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Jazz, you the same one that still left rotten food in your deep freezer for weeks and weeks. Y'all, and I just can't get over that. I can really believe she had roaches problems because you left that food in the deep freezer. And you said, well, it was a storm and we had to reset it. But how, y'all, I don't know about you, but I might not go in my deep freezer every day, but I definitely, like this weekend, I was gone. I definitely went to go check my deep freezer. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me just check it. I might not need nothing out of here, but I'm going to check it. I do that constantly because one, it is easier for you to let a day or 2 days slide and you don't even notice the food is there, right? And then eventually, maybe the fourth or fifth day, you be like, what's going on? Why is this? Yeah, something gets unplugged. It's common. But yeah, we know Jazz got roaches. It's not because of the summertime. But I really believe that she's trying to use the roaches as a storyline to say that the kids are bringing it back from Philip's house. Because again, she wasn't talking about roaches when she got her tax money, when she was going to the gym, you know. And also, Jazz kept, and y'all, I don't care how we look at it. Jazz keep her house nasty, y'all. And I always say that, like, I just see the girls' room, the one that's open, and how everything is put up, and definitely how she folds up clothes 5 days later. I know she's nasty. We know. My kids be fussing at me because I tell them to stand up and fold their clothes up at the dryer, right? Something about me. I'm like, mm-mm. Because my son, he would definitely put it on the bed, go to sleep the next day, and then I'd be really pissed because I have to wash that because now the clothes are stale. Like, I know I'm sounding crazy to y'all, but yeah, I feel like clothes is stale after if it's not folded or put away that day of, it's stale. At least fold it up. So I make definitely my son to stand up by the dryer to fold up his clothes. So I at least know that, and then he has to put them up. Like, yes. Cause if I put y'all know how fast and easy that adds up, and then before you know it, you're gonna put dirty clothes on your clean clothes, or that stays in the basket. That's how I look at things. I don't look at it like any other thing like life. I just think that, when we wash clothes, we need to put them away, not put them in a bag. And because I think it clutters up the house. And then you wonder why your kids, you smelling your clothes. Like, I don't have to smell my clothes when they come out the dryer. And I don't have to smell them when I take them out the closet or nothing like that. Because it smells like onions and, everything you cooked like the previous day. So that's how I feel. But Jazz, stop lying to people. No pest control came to your house, okay? None whatsoever. And it's okay. But it's okay to spray and but don't tell the people because again, y'all, you will say something and people don't know that you don't have to pre-spray your house if pest control comes. And they're not going to be using Raid. And somebody pull out Raid coming to your house, and sometimes these treatments can be up to 75 to 150 or higher. Um, and that's real talk. It can be higher, and you're stuck with still having, you know, problems because you spray something that now it's not compatible. It's not as strong. So anybody who have roaches problems, put up your clothes. Don't leave it on the floor. Make sure your bathroom is dry, the floor is dry. Make sure that you wipe down. Make sure y'all, there's so much that people don't know that can help with pest problems. Um, Eat in one designated area. Like, don't try to eat in your bedroom, and that's for adults too. Um, try to make it try to make it a habit of taking out night trash, like your dinner. Take out that trash at night. Before you go to bed, try to have like a clean trash can. Don't leave it outside. Just take it to the dumpster, or if you have a can, just take it there. Because a lot of people don't know. Okay, y'all, we're just a society that is just getting by. Some people don't know the steps and how to get rid of something. So it might sound, you might know it, but somebody else might not know it. So I always look at it like that. Everybody isn't, everybody don't have the same knowledge. Um, Cause y'all, there might be something I don't do that somebody be like, yeah, you gotta do this. You gotta know how to do this. You know. But y'all, I'm finished with my Jazzy Life. Jazz, stop lying to the people that you got the pest control and you have the pre-spray with Raid. Y'all, and be honest with you, I maybe this might be something because Peach also did a roach video, and people are trying to capitalize on it's a very, the whole video to me seemed very idiot, like an idiot should never, people don't really talk about that. But again, we had Sky that did a whole video of her being nasty and still fighting roaches. um yeah, we just live in that society, and maybe I gotta get used to it, or I maybe I don't. But this shouldn't be a norm. You know what I'm saying? Videos like I I got roaches should never be a video on YouTube that gets views, because, not trying to say we all perfect and clean houses, but yeah, that's like having a video about poop. You know what I'm saying? Like the most weirdest thing, poop. Like somebody has a video about nothing but poop. Like, gotta be nasty. Even though it's common, people have it. Like people have roaches. It should be like, ew, how nasty are you? You know? But these are the women that sit there and talk and cry about love. Okay, while men don't love them. Okay, these are the same women that does videos like that. So at the end of the day, y'all, it is life, y'all. I can't sit here and fight people about how to live, because where I live might not look so glamorified to somebody else, but I try not to I try not to downplay. I try not to put people down. Okay, if you have a nasty house and you have roaches, that might just be your childhood. Some people have childhood traumas. They have depression. So that's the reason why you should never like really, make fun of too many people that's going through it. But the ones I talk about, they the ones that put their life out there. People actually are going through depression, and they're going through childhood traumas. It's a control thing. I always, y'all were seeing people that hoarders, they're hoarders. It's a control thing. They lost control of life somewhere. If that, they tap in a childhood, they tap in adulthood, they tap in on being a parent, and they become hoarders. They lost control. Like for example, their kids are grown, and their kids are making their own decisions, and making their own decisions, wise or not. They're making their own decisions. So what can they control is what they bring in the house and how it's put up together, and what not to throw away, what to throw away. That's a control thing that they have to really find themselves, not just necessarily, you know. But y'all, I have to go and pick up these little brats of mine. But in the meantime, y'all have a wonderful evening. And I'm gonna just relax. Y'all, I'm not cooking nothing tonight because my parents had a cookout last Saturday and I brought food home. So y'all, now I can eat on my baked beans and my pasta. I know that's a weird combination, baked beans and pasta, but it's good to me, okay? All it needed was like maybe a little macaroni salad. You know, my mom, she told me, she said, you make too many sides. Y'all, when you mess around with my mother, you'll get a potato salad, some roasted Brussels sprouts, maybe some carrots, because the Brussels sprouts and the carrots sweetens them together. Those two combos are really good together. And maybe baked beans. If I left the grilling and the menu to my mom, we'll have just chicken, salmon, a potato salad, maybe a cucumber and tomato salad, because y'all, I always ask for that. And that'd be so good. And what else do we have? The pasta, cucumber, and maybe a few vegetables. That's it. That's my mama's idea of cooking out. But me, I like hot dogs. Even if I don't eat it, hamburger. It just I like my kids to have what I like to call a buffet. Okay, because we don't have big family, so it's not like a big Thanksgiving, but it makes me feel like it's Thanksgiving. You know, like it's like another Thanksgiving with my family. We laugh, we have a good time. But y'all, it is the summertime, and I want to encourage as many people as I can to go out and have fun with your loved ones. And don't give me no crap like my loved ones don't like me, or figure out why they don't like you. And sometimes it's a misunderstanding, okay? A lot of times like, we fall out with our family members because it's a misunderstanding. You're, and that's real talk. When people say, I don't get along with my family, it's a misunderstanding. 90% of it is a misunderstanding. Now, if your cousin slept with your baby daddy and on the y'all wedding night and you ran in the room, that's not a misunderstanding. I understand. I will knock her ass out too. But sometimes we just outgrow each other. Doesn't mean that we don't love each other. It just your cousin might have a different society of friends, a social group of friends, and you took it as, oh, she act like she's better than me. She probably not. She probably is as lonely with those group of friends, but she just needs you as a cousin that y'all been playing hopscotch, y'all been writing each other. Well, before long distance, we couldn't use the phone to call our cousin long distance. But my parents will buy us some damn stamps and we can write letters, okay? Ain't nothing like y'all. I don't know how old y'all are, but ain't nothing like writing when you one of your friends a letter in the mail and getting it, baby. Ain't nothing like a letter from your friend and going to the next class, baby. You got it made. If you can get letters from a next class or a cousin from out of state, baby, and you just read that letter over and over so you can write another one, girl, it is so amazing. Y'all kids, if y'all have kids, I'm telling y'all, tell them to stop calling their cousins and send them a letter and a note, stamp, and tell them to write them something. And just they have to do it back. If y'all trying to find new creative ways, tell your kids to get them a book of stamps, maybe like 10 stamps, and tell them, hey, this summer y'all not going to be using telephones. You write them a letter and you tell them whatever event that happened that week or what you're doing, and tell your cousin to write you back and see if that is like something that they will enjoy. And now if you got writers, my daughter, she don't have any cousins. Maybe on my dad's side, she has a cousin that's her age group, but again, they might look at each other like, I'm sorry, a misunderstanding. Both of them are like 16, 15. I think the little girl's like maybe 17 now. But they might have like a different understanding that they were sitting there and be like, shit, like she's better than me. But technically it's not that. They're just growing up. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like babies are growing up. They're cute and they're lovable, and so when they grow up, they have different friends. They have different points of view in life. But if you're a grown woman and you got one of these, I'm the black sheep of the family, grow up. I'm telling you straight up, grow up. Because this world is very lonely without your own family. And it's extremely lonely. Because I'm sorry. And I always tell my aunt, um, I told my aunt this the other day, I see people that don't like their mother at 30, and I'm like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? That's the best time of the year to be mom and daughter. You get what I'm saying? We're grown. We have kids. Sometimes our parents went through things, and sometimes you gotta look at it like that. Our parents wasn't the best parents, but hell, their parents wasn't the best parents either. Okay, so your parenting was based off of how they took their parents. Eventually, they took, and then on top of that, some of them they took their parents' morals and values and brought them to your household that you could never always comprehend because you didn't understand where they came from. Okay, and parents always gonna seem so magical to a kid. And sometimes we want that magical parent, and we're still holding on to, I'm waiting for you to be magical to me when I was, 10 or 12. I wanted you to, love on me and call on me. Again, we have a misunderstanding. Our parents had, a lot of our parents, not necessarily me, but we know so many of kids, you in my age group, 35, 40. Some of these parents was fighting drug addiction. Yes, they left you as strangers. Yes, some of y'all might have been violated and traumatized, but you're here. You're here. That's all I can tell a lot of us. We're here. We can't hold grudges on the past. So y'all get together, y'all find y'all cousins, and y'all say, hey, we might not need to get together on 4th of July, but let's get together August, the second weekend of August. Let's do, you got kids, I got kids, let's do a book bag giveaway. Let's swipe book bags or lunch boxes, and you control of the lunch boxes, you control of the paper. There's so much we can do with our family that we don't have to be estranged to, you know? Because some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all still got somebody's crusty toes in your back of your back because y'all slept on one bed at somebody's house. And for some odd reason, as I look at some of my, like for example, um, my kids, how they sleep on one bed, like we go to a hotel and they sleep on one bed, and I be like, God, Lee, that must be the most uncomfortable position, right? Must be the uncomfortable position, but they sleep so peaceful. So I just wanted to leave y'all with that. Y'all enjoy y'all family. Enjoy your family. Call somebody up. If y'all haven't talked to y'all cousin or your mom, your dad, call them up. And don't go on there on a guilt trip talking about you treating me bad this time. And Moselle said that I need to call you and cuss you out because of my childhood. No, your childhood is not about you. You are here. Okay. A lot of times people don't even tell people this no more. You're still here. And I don't know who told a lot of people that, you know, get over it, hold on to your trauma. Don't hold on to that. That's a waste of energy. If that person is still alive, make it right somehow. If it's making it right with yourself and saying, okay, I'm not holding this no more, go ahead. It's okay. Nobody's not holding it against you. But I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. Thank y'all for allowing me to rant because sometimes I be hearing certain things like the other day I was at the gas station in South Carolina and the girl was like, yeah, she just walked in. My cousin just walked in and then said hi to me. It's not even worth it. And y'all, when I tell you this town is a blink, like you go in the town, you leave the town without even blinking. Okay, you can't even, you don't have time to blink. You just, oh, we out of this town. Yeah, that small. So yeah, it's not even worth it. It's not. Sometimes, and sometimes family members can seem very costly. Learn how to just say no. No, cuz I can't even do it. Y'all worried about the wrong thing. Cuz might not even need to ask you for anything. He just need to see a smile. Somebody who cares. Because the world is cold. Okay. But I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. And it is. Jazz, don't free spray your house, okay? You don't need to. All right, bye bye.